Hello everyone, this is Pensy Joe here. I see we have a new box here. It's been a while since I did one of these. I got a lot of stuff that I do have to catch up with, and with stuff that I have received in the mail. However, on this one, I have decided, you know what? I'm going to show off this one because this locomotive will represent the new chapter for the channel, which I will do a future video. I don't know when, but I will do a future video on my new channel name. Yes, I'm doing this again. However, this will be final this time. As I stated at the beginning of the video, my name is Pensy Joe. Joe is my real name. And Pensy because, I don't know, when I was at my train club, everyone's like, oh, look, here comes Pensy Joe bringing the Pennsylvania stuff. Because a lot of these guys are like, well, more so the president, and some of the younger guys are part of the club, or more so like the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, a bit 70s kind of era. And, well, we live in South Florida. So, yeah. You know, they're like, oh, yeah, a guy with Pensy Steam comes in every once in a while. They're not really much Steam fans or Broadway fans in that matter, but, you know, it's understandable. I understand why people don't like Broadway. And I understand why some people don't like working with Steam. Anywho, yes, I got a nice locomotive in the mail today, and I will unbox this, and we'll see what's inside. All right, I'll see you guys in the next portion where I have the box open. Okay, I have the box open, and we're going to take out the stuffing. I see operator on here. And this is a Scale Trains. Now, for those who have seen some of my shorts, I have done a video on Scale Trains. I haven't done like a review on them, or shall we say a running session video yet on there, which I will get to at some point. They are SD45s, to get to the point. They're Pennsylvania Railroad SD45s. They have Brunswick Green. They are DCC Sound, and I got them for a really, really nice price each, for under $200 a piece. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now this is Scale Trains operator line. This is pretty much like Walthers main line. You can get detail kits for these, and you know, each operator model is created utilizing builders' drawings, photographs, and more. So this is pretty much Scale Train's answer to Walthers mainline, and I love this line. I think this is great. You can get a DCC ready or DCC sound model that's really nicely detailed compared to, you know, Walthers mainline starting out. So that's pretty cool. I was offered this when I first got back into HO and I wanted a modern diesel. The guy at the store over at Ready to Roll said, "Man, why not get the Scale Trains operator one? That one's got more detail. I mean, you get pretty much for around the same price, maybe like $10 more. You get a DCC sound locomotive, and you know, it's got good details." I was like, well, you know, I'm not really familiar with Scale Trains and the reliability. I came here to get the Walthers one because I heard great things about the Walthers. He's like, that's understandable. But he's like, definitely give Scale Trains a try. So I'm like, well, that was the first time I heard about them. And I guess I'll show you what I forgot. This is a Scale Trains ET44. This is a Tier 4 GEVO. So this is their operator line for the GEVO. Now everything seems to be okay. I don't see anything broken at first glance. And you're probably like, why do I have a CSX locomotive? I don't model CSX. I really don't. Originally, I was going to do something with CSX, but then I figured out more what I really wanted to do. And those models I had that were CSX were sold to my local club. And they're being used once a year to run at the fair. Now, I have this model, and the plan is to strip the paint. I know some people are like, why? Why are you doing this? Well, as you know, as I've already stated, I'm changing the channel name, and it's the Pennsylvania Florida Eastern is going to be no more, guys. It's no more. The railroad is no more. It will now be known as the Pennsylvania and Atlantic Railroad. Now you might be like, why is it called the Pennsylvania and Atlantic Railroad? Well, oh man, this is kind of hard to get out. It's kind of tight. At some point, I will make a video about the history of this fictional railroad. It's basic in basic terms. Pennsylvania got smart and rooted out their terrible management. Sometime in the late 40s, early 50s. However, they did wanted to keep, kind of like Union Pacific, they kept a lot of their heritage stuff, more so their modern stuff, but also some of their older stuff. But something like that. And then further on, later around the timeline, other railroads did exist. Norfolk Southern exists. Conrail still happened, just not with Pennsylvania. But they have, at some point later on, they acquired Atlantic Coastline for the business that was growing down that corridor where Atlantic Coastline had used to run. So that's how they got to Florida, was buying up Atlantic Coastline. And they would grow somewhere west a little bit, southeast, moving southwest a little bit to reach some of the more industrial. And they would move a lot of containers in the modern day and auto rack trains up and down the eastern seaboard. And in the northeast, they would still be doing, coal trains and general merchandise and auto parts and all that stuff. They would do some grain stuff, and they would do some small, short line work as well. Anywho, enough of that small, pretty much tidbit of everything that was going to go on. Let's take a look at this locomotive. Now, this is my first time getting one of these, and it's about time. It's been 3 years, more than 3 years since I've seen one of these models. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit. Sorry about that. I just need more leverage to get this open. Wow, these trucks look huge. These power trucks. The details are really nice. These are really nice detail. Now, no, the bearings don't rotate, which is fine. But yeah, the plan is I'm going to keep the yellow line here. I will have to take these separately applied details off, which they are coming off a little bit. And I will have to get this locomotive's paint stripped. I don't want this part stripped. I don't want this reflective line, and I don't really want anything below here stripped. Anything below the yellow line, I don't want stripped paint. Only the blue and of the CSX body, pretty much the main locomotive car body, I want to be stripped, and it will be repainted either Tuscan red or dark green locomotive enamel. And on the side of the locomotive, it would say Pennsylvania and Atlantic, or it would say Pennsylvania and Atlantic on the side, and then I would put the grab irons back on, which would probably be just spray painted the same color. But yeah, this is a really beautiful model. Interior is nice. Unfortunately, I'll have to figure out how those are going to be painted. I still want the silver windows for window frames. I'll probably have to paint those frames silver. I will have to ask a member to do this. I'm not really familiar on how to do this stuff. It does have ditch lights, which is cool. And I can add more hose details if I want to later on, which is really cool. These are the Tier 4 emissions GEVO, so this will probably not be the only one. I might get 3, might get 2 more of the CSX ones to repaint in total, unless scale trains, if I catch another line or run of these that are undecorated. I want to get a decorated one, but I want the bottom to be black, so I'll have to have somebody paint the bottom black for me then, unfortunately. But I'd rather just get this black and just have only the top have to be painted. I'll have to see. But yeah, that's the plan. I will have to get some new decals for these as well. Man, this is a really nice model. I'm glad I finally got this. This is DCC ready. So, and I will need to get new decals. So the yellow is going to be similar to this, but it's going to be more brighter, more like, but kind of like what the SD45s have. They would be pretty much the same. It's obviously got the truck holder to lock the truck in place, still stuck on here. I will put a decoder in here. I just got to see what kind of decoder it needs in here, and I got to see if it already has a speaker in here. So that'll be interesting. It's a really nice model. I want to use TCS. I know I could use ESU, but those things tend to go away. And not a lot of people get a lot of TCS diesel decoders. And I know their GEVO sounds really good. And also I get a selection of horns, and bells. So I'll probably go the TCS route with my modern diesels eventually. So it depends if they're 21 pin. Otherwise, I'm going to have a little bit of a problem. A little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. But yeah, this is a really cool model. I don't see, too much going on here. None of that special lighting stuff that Scale Trains is known for. But that's okay. I don't need all that extra fancy stuff. I really like the Tier 4 look. It's pretty cool. But yeah, they don't make these anymore. Wabtec now makes GEVOs now. So this is ET44AH. But yeah, really cool model. I'm glad to reveal what I'm going to be doing as my plans going forward. I know it's been a while since I've done videos, especially train running videos. It's just time. I work a lot, and when I get home, I'm just beat, But in the future, there will be new ways of making videos and higher quality of making videos. In my bio, I always state that I'm going to be trying new things and evolving, and this is pretty much the next step. And there will be railroad history for my fictional railroads, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Again, this is a really nice model. I can't wait to test run it, see how it runs, and do a review on this, actually. An in-depth review, of course. I'm not going to do a regular review like everybody else on the internet does. I'm going to do an in-depth review where we look on the inside, look at the mechanisms, and see how everything ticks in these models. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. This is Pensy Joe, new name now, signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.